and welcome to Gaga Knits. My name's Anita and I live in South Wales in the UK, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Anita Bulb, and show notes can be found in the description box below. Well, here we are on Tuesday the 28th of December 2021, the last Tuesday in December and the last Tuesday of 2021. I hope you all had a nice Christmas and were able to spend it with your family and friends, or doing whatever you would want to do with that day. I had a lovely time. We went to Jodie and Matthew's for Christmas Day and stayed over till Boxing Day, and we went for a walk on Boxing Day. It's been horrible wet and grey in Wales the last week, but on the Boxing Day we were fortunate enough to have a dry spell and it was quite warm, and we went to a place called Penalta Park, and I shall put some pictures at the end of that. They've got a really nice sculpture in the ground of a pit pony. It's sort of grassy mounds to look like the outline of a pit pony. It's quite clever. I've tried to take some photos, or Jodie did for me, and Matthew, thank you. Whether you'll be able to really see them or not, I don't know, but I'll put the pictures at the end. So I just thought I'd pop on and share with you the things I've been making this month. When I was trying to gather things for the video, I was thinking I hadn't done that much, but I am looking at my Christmas in July list. Most of the gifts and things, I was making gifts mostly for Christmas, so my own projects took a bit of a back seat. But on my Christmas in July list, I did manage to get Harry and Jack's fingerless mitts finished. Now, they're all going for a walk today, and hopefully Jodie's going to take some photos of those for me so I can put those in to show you. And I finished Martin's scarf, and I've also taken a photo of that to put in. It's not all that long because he just really wanted one that he can wrap around like that under a coat. He didn't want one that you would loop through. He's not that type of man to wear one like that, so it didn't need to be that long because he didn't want it to be bulky under his coat, so that was good. I sent the face cloths off to my sister-in-law, and I gave the other one to my friend, so they were both happy with those, although my sister-in-law thought it was a little mat to rest her soap on, but that was fine. I got some handmade soaps to go with them and things like that, so they were happy with those. The Christmas fairy made it over to my brother and sister-in-law in Florida, and she kindly sent me a photo of that so I can show you that in its new home. And I didn't manage to do the cat igloo. It just wasn't cost effective with the amount of wadding and things you need, so I didn't do that. I made the 2 Christmas jumpers for the elves on the shelves, and I'll put a picture in of that. I think I've already showed you that, but as I'm doing a roundup of all the gifts, I'll put that in as well. And then the very last thing was the folded crochet Christmas tree pattern from Davina and Little Workman Crafts. This is my version of it. I did show it, but I hadn't completely finished it, so I've just put some little wooden stars on the bottom. I've still got my wonky bucket, but that's fine. And I put some beads and some little snowmen on it, and then a little wooden star at the top. And I just hook it on the end of Harry and Jack's bed for when they come in to stay, and they love it, particularly Jack. He kept hugging it, so they really like that. So, and you can't really see, but this green yarn does sparkle. You can see it a little bit, so that's very nice. That's going to come out every year. And I didn't finish the quilts. I was hoping to finish a quilt for Jack's bed for Christmas. I ended up buying a sheet in Shaw's, a flat sheet, and it's a sort of jade green colour because I thought that matched quite well with the panel. I'll put a picture in. I did lay it on the floor to show you properly. So I have just sort of done the front. I've added these pieces to make it quite a large size. I did consider whether I would just do it as a quilt cover, but I do want to have a go at proper quilting, so I will just take my time now and do that. I think Jack's 3 now, and maybe when he's 4, I think that would still be not too childish to go on his bed. But after that, I can just bring it out at Christmas and put it on the back of the settee. A nice Christmassy throw. I don't mind it being the Peter Rabbit picture itself. Is that, I don't know, is that really childish? Let's see if I can get it down. Anyway, I don't mind. I don't mind what other people think. I've made it. And it's the mother's hug, so I just really like that. I've made the cross stitch of it up there. So throughout my little Christmas tree. It's meant to go in front of the window in here. It's the little tree I did for the boys. But I thought I would put it there instead of all the junk that's usually piled up there. I thought it'd look more Christmassy for you. So that was another thing not finished. And I haven't even started on my December cross stitch for my tablecloth. But I am hoping to do that later on today. We are going to go for a walk and a wander around to Cowbridge later on today. And when I come back, I might do a bit of this. But as it's so dark and dreary, the weather, and the tablecloth I'm making, which is here, has very small squares, or the holes are very close together. It's quite hard going unless you've got good light, but I want to finish it in December so that I've done the whole year, and then I shall put in a little video perhaps in January of all the different months so that you can see it. Right, the projects I've been working on for myself were the Farmhouse Christmas Socks from Angela from Knitting on the Farm. There they are. And I have finished them, but not in time for the make-along. I finished mine, well, I soaked them and blocked them yesterday, so on the Monday, which was the 27th of December. Here they are, and they are so nice. The yarn was West Yorkshire Spinners Chili, I think. I'll put the details in the description box below. And this was leftover yarn, the same as I did for the Christmas tree for Davina from Tith and Bryn, and the cream was just out of stash. Now, these socks are for me, and I did do the largest size because you had to measure your foot circumference, and the large size was your foot circumference was 8 inches, and mine is, because I've got quite a wide foot, and they do fit, and they are lovely, but they do feel a little bit loose. So I think they'll be nice in around the house and in the evenings in my pyjamas and things, but I'm not sure how good a fit, and if I've worn them a few times, whether they stretch a bit, they'll be a little bit loose. So I think when I make them again, because I will do, because it's a lovely pattern. Look at I like the heel, that stitch there. I will probably do a smaller size. I usually do the smaller sizes. I just, because it was a measurement of a foot, I thought, well, I'll go with it, because I don't usually, just doesn't usually give you that measurement. It just says for you to do small, medium or large. But I'm thinking I could probably have done the medium, and that would have been fine. And you had to use 2.25, yes, 2.25 for the foot and 2.75 for the trees, just to give you a little bit more give there, I think. So I'm very pleased with those. And although I didn't get them ready, I think the deadline was Christmas Eve, and so that you could wear them on Christmas Day. But I'm going to wear them tonight, so I'll be all cosy tonight. Maybe I'll wear them on New Year's Eve instead of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Day instead. So there's that. And I'm also working on the PetiteKnit's Anker's sweater. But I haven't really made much progress with that. Much more progress. And it's all right knitting on it, even though it's black now, because it's just knitting round and round the bottom. And I've been measuring it against other jumpers, like this one, for example, is my Jolgren Christmas tree jumper by is it by? Oh gosh, well, she makes so many. I'll put her name here. Anyway, this is the Jolgren, well, I've got my Christmas tree on it, and then it's got this sort of this length just on the hip, above the hip. So I might do it about that length, because the pair of trousers I want to pair the jumper with are elasticated, so I want to, but they've got pockets, so I want to cover the elasticated bit but still be able to use the pockets. And when I finished it, I shall put the trousers on with the jumper and show you. But if you could just see the sort of the little rib sections here, it's really nice. And I have it's all on the floor. Oh, it's on the floor again. I've only got this much yarn, as you have to hold 2 strands together, so I'm going to have to start another 2 balls, but that's fine. And I have put the needles on these lovely little panda needle stops that I had in my advent calendar from Jeanette of Crafty Clegs Creations. And I also noticed when I got those out of the little packet, they came with a little, oh, this way, you can see that. It's a free pattern to knit those little mitts. Can't really see, but so I might have a go at making those. I like a free pattern. So really I'm just going to try and finish those off now, and then get on with this cross stitch as well. So I've got the cross stitch to do, finish my jumper, I finished the socks now, and the quilt, doesn't matter how long I take with that, with the Peter Rabbit one, because it's going to be for next Christmas. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? I usually have 1 or 2, and I don't really have any this year. Just to get through another year, I think, with everything that's been going on. But I do want to try, and I've got lots of cookery books. I've got 2 shelves full of cookery books, and I do want to try and make a recipe once a week, 1 recipe a week from any one of the books, just to start using them. I still haven't got my taste back from having COVID last year, so I haven't really been cooking much, because you can't taste, if you can't test things when you cook them, it's not very good. But I'm going to just do it anyway. And the first one I'm going to do is tonight, and it's out of this book, The Roasting Tin. And I am going to make the smoky sausage, sweet potato and red onion tray bake, except you can mix it up a bit. Instead of using the paprika to make it smoky, you can use honey and mustard, so I'm going to have a go at that. Let's see how that goes. I don't think I'll really film that or anything. Maybe I'll put a picture on the end, because I'm hoping, oh, I'm never going to get that finished to go at the beginning of this video, but oh, we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to go for a nice walk now, wander around the shops, and then when I come back I'll edit this and put this up. So I hope you all had a nice Christmas or holiday break if you don't celebrate, and I hope you all have a happy and healthy new year, and I shall see you again in 2022. Bye for now.